It took me years to figure out who was singing backup to Simon Le Bon on the majority of Duran Duran songs. Do you know who it was? Do you know who it was the whole entire time? And for some reason, I couldn't figure it out. It was... Hey guys, welcome back to Red Mug Music. Duran Duran has been pretty much the topic of discussion for pretty much all of 2021. And for good reason. Duran Duran is absolutely one of my favorite bands of all time. One of the biggest reasons why I am a Duran Duran is Duran Duran's ability to create harmony. And it baffled me for the longest time who was harmonizing with Simon Le Bon, and come to find out it was pretty much Simon Le Bon. He does all the tracks. For the most part, there's other times where you hear Andy Taylor and John and whatnot, but for the most part, the harmonies is pretty much just Simon Le Bon, and it's absolutely one of my favorite types of Duran Duran songs. So in this video, we're going to go over the top 12 Duran Duran songs with harmony. Let's do it. So before we go on, if you could just stop what you're doing and just click the like button, that's all I'm asking you to do. That's all I'm asking. So just stop, do that, and let's go on with the video. You know, Duran Duran is known for being pretty much a boy band from the 80s with hits like Rio and the Reflex and Hunger Like the Wolf, and just all kinds of songs that people just absolutely love. But there's a different side of Duran Duran that a lot of people don't really think a lot about. But me enjoying the melodic side to music more so than anything else, I'm listening for the melodies and I'm listening for the harmonies, and that's what I'm here for. I think that is some of the best Duran Duran music you have. They can create some of the best dance tracks around. They can mimic David Bowie. They do a fantastic job with everything they do. But it's the melodies and the harmony that really catches my attention. And I went through the catalog and I found I had to stop because I was finding so many, and I found the top songs that I consider to be some of their best harmonies. And if you find more after this list, comment down below and let's add to the list. And I'm also going to put a link to my Apple Music with this playlist that I'm going to come up with today. And if you have Apple Music, you can click on that link and enjoy this playlist yourself. So let's get on with it. Now, you would think most of these songs would be ballads, and you would be right. They pretty much are all ballads, but not all of them. Some of these are very popular, very radio-friendly, gigantic mega hits that you may not think have harmony, but have a lot of harmony. And we'll go over those as well. But I'm going to start out with the song Wing. Wing comes from Duran Duran's latest album, Future Past. And I remember when I first heard the song, I was so excited that they created the song. I'm like, oh, this is so good. It's just such a nice feel, such a nice ballad. But when you get to the chorus, the harmonies just blew me away. I was so excited that I had this. And every time this comes on, I always sing with it. So Wing from Future Past is our first song. The next song comes from the album Pop Trash, and if you've been following this channel at all, you would know that Pop Trash is one of my least favorite albums, and you have to understand I do like the album. It's just one of my least favorites. Somebody has to be my least favorite. Somebody's got to, albums have to be in the middle, some albums have to be at the top. This album so happens to be at the bottom. However, The Sun Doesn't Shine Forever is next on my list. The song is absolutely beautiful, and it's extremely slow, which does actually contribute to why I don't like the album that much, because I think there's not a lot of variety on Pop Trash. But The Sun Doesn't Shine Forever has a very nice melodic verse, and then it gets into this chorus, and it's beautiful. So that'll be the next song on this list. The next song everybody knows. It's from the album Rio, and it's "Save a Prayer." You can't have a list of nice harmonies without "Save a Prayer" because it's really, it's one of the first songs that I heard by Duran Duran that had harmony that made me go, "Ooh, they're musically very good. They're vocally very good." So "Save a Prayer" had to make the list. The next song comes from their comeback album, as we know as the Wedding album, and it's "Ordinary World." Now you have to understand there's not a whole lot of harmony going on in "Ordinary World," but the harmony that we do hear is very good, and I think it contributes to the beauty of this song. So I definitely had to include it. Now the next song on the list is from the Rio album, and I'm going to be honest, I almost overlooked it because it was such a fast song, and I've heard it so many times. I never really considered that maybe it had harmony, but it absolutely does. Actually, it's got a ton of it, and that's Rio. I think the backing vocals, the harmonize with Simon Le Bon, are extremely important in Rio in making a very catchy tune. I think it would still be a good song, but it would have been very one-dimensional vocally if they didn't have a harmonizing part, and I think the harmony makes the song. The next song on the list is from Big Thing. I don't know if you could go away from a list like this without adding something from Big Thing, and the song is called "Land." And again, another extremely beautiful chorus. And the beauty of this is you hear Simon Le Bon, and you hear the second part. They're harmonizing with each other, but you have the second part kind of trailing in a lot of situations on the song, trailing Simon Le Bon. He'll start singing, and then they come in, and then they go into the rest of the line in harmony, and it's gorgeous. I love "Land." It's one of my favorite songs by Duran Duran. Actually, all these songs are some of my favorite songs by Duran Duran because of the harmony. Another song that I almost overlooked, again, but probably just because it's so popular and I've heard it so many times, I did not realize, just by thinking in my mind, well, what songs do I need to look at here? But actually the song did have a very good harmony in the chorus, and that's "New Moon on Monday" from Seven and the Ragged Tiger. Now, "New Moon on Monday" is more of an anthemic type song, and in a lot of situations in the chorus, it's just Simon Le Bon doing his very cool kind of draggy voiced verses. But when it gets to the chorus, it's everybody's singing the same notes, and on the first half of the line, and then on the second half they split apart, and then they go into harmony, and it's just good songwriting. It's good vocal songwriting. It's so good, and to think I almost missed this because I've heard the song so many times I just didn't remember. But "New Moon on Monday." This next song is from Paper Gods, and it's my favorite song off of Paper Gods. It's a very slow ballad. And actually, when I was listening to Duran Duran, and when I heard the song, this is the song that made me go, you know what? I need to put out a video about their best harmonies because they are good. And this song is called "What Are the Chances?" And the what I like so much about "What Are the Chances" is we got harmony in the verse, and we got a second part that kind of sets it apart from other parts of the verse that just make it so good. But then when you get into the chorus, it's brilliant. It's absolutely wonderful to hear this harmony. This is my favorite harmony in the Duran Duran catalog, is from "What Are the Chances" from Paper Gods. So good. Another song from Medazzo Land that I almost overlooked, and again, this is another dance tune that you don't expect harmony in, but harmony is just a normal part of Duran Duran music writing. And I know that there's more songs out there that have harmony than these 12, but these are the 12 that stuck out to me. And again, like I said, comment down below if you have other songs that you enjoy the harmony on that I didn't mention in this list. But this song is called Electric Barbarella, and you don't hear any harmony at all until you get to the chorus. And it's not like a beautiful harmony, but it's a important harmony. And it's a lot like Rio, I think, Electric Barbarella. I think it was important for them to have a second part to make it not so one-dimensional, make the chorus not so one-dimensional, and make it set apart from the verses is this harmony. And even though it's not a what are the chances type beautiful melodic harmony, it's still it was very important for the production of the song. So Electric Barbarella. The 10th song on this list comes from Notorious. And I enjoy this song a lot because, again, we're getting some harmony in the verses before we even get to the chorus, which I really enjoy it. And it's drug out, and these parts are sung together very well, very perfect, and that's American Science. And whenever I hear American Science and I'm in my car, I tend to sing the harmony side. Actually, I'm a very harmony driven type person. So even if the harmony is implied, meaning there's a first part, but there's not a harmony, but there's a harmony that can be created, I always do that myself. Actually, one of the biggest songs that I sing harmony to, not Duran Duran, but it's REM, is Losing My Religion. I have created a very good harmony part, and I think it sounds very good. I'm not that great of a singer, but I still sing. So American Science. Another song from Future Past that has to be on this list is the song Future Past. Another slow ballad where the harmony is just, it's quite fitting. And it's a beautiful song altogether. Another one of my top favorite songs by Duran Duran. You know, when you listen to Future Past, you have to think to yourself how confident Simon Le Bon is with his singing, with his vocal, because it's a very slow, drawn out. He has this ability to hold these notes for a long time, but he nailed it. It was fantastic. Future Past. The last song I wanted to include on this list is probably the song, or one of the songs. It's one of the 3 songs that got me into listening to Duran Duran. And again, I almost missed the fact that this song had a bunch of harmony. It's got a bunch of harmony. Actually, in the chorus, the harmony is... The chorus is interesting, and this is the Reflex. If you remember the Reflex, you know that it's not really vibrato, or if it is called vibrato, you know, the way the singing style in the chorus, it's very wide waves. Because usually in vibrato, it's like your voice is going up and down really, really fast. This is a more controlled, you know, why it's just going up. I don't know what it's called. But they're singing that and having a harmony going, why. So it's like, wow, it's just so experimental, and it worked. But there's harmony in the verses. There's harmony throughout this whole entire song. And it's just fantastic. And it makes me wonder, you know, I keep saying, you know, the harmony is what made these songs, or a lot of these songs. I just wonder, I'd like to be able to have a software. And actually, I got a question for you guys. I very often see or hear people online where they're able to pull tracks out of songs. And you can see all the different tracks. You can see the bass, the guitars, the drums, the vocal, the backing, just whatever. Is there a software? It doesn't have to be free. I mean, free is better. But what software do people use to isolate these different tracks? Do any of you do that? Because if you do, comment down below. Let me know what these are, what you recommend. Because I think to be able to dissect music, it would be really nice to be able to hear parts separately. And I think it would be easier for me to add those parts into this video because it's not the whole song entirely. It's just bits and pieces, and maybe I can get that pass. If I play Duran Duran music on this channel at all, it won't be demonetized. It would be blocked. You would never see a channel with Duran Duran music coming from anybody except anyone authorized or somehow got through, the YouTube censors. But if anybody knows a software that does that, that's affordable, let me know. Comment down below. So that's my list. Like I said, I've got a playlist on Apple Music. I'll put a link down below so you can link to that and you can listen to it. And anything you guys comment that's got a nice harmony, I can add it to it as well. I'll add it to the bottom. It'll be a nice playlist that we can listen to for Duran Duran. And it's got, big hits that everybody enjoys, like the Reflex and Rio. So it's not just, other songs that weren't released. So that's it. That's all of my video. You can follow me on Instagram at Red Mug Music. You can follow me on Twitter at Red Mug Music. That would be fantastic. And until next time, I'll see you next week. Oh, did y'all notice my Paul McCartney? See there? That's my Paul McCartney. This is very cool. I got this from my grandmother. Actually, I didn't get it from her until after she had passed away. This is one of my favorite items that I ever received from my grandmother, and it's a shampoo bottle of Paul McCartney from 1965. See, you can see it had shampoo in there, and that was the lid. And I'm pretty sure that they had all of the members, but this is the one that my grandmother had. And chances are she picked this up at a yard sale. But this is originally from 1965, and I absolutely love it. Does anybody else have one of these, or maybe have this one particularly, or other members of the Beatles? Comment down below. Let me know.